Well, hello there, gamers! Welcome back to the wonderful world of cringe. It's been a while since we've been here. In fact, we haven't played since last year. Yeah, that's right. A New Year's joke. Even though it's been 2 months since New Year's. Hello, my fellow villagers. What have you been doing the past 2 months? Did you miss me? Because I sure didn't miss you. And oh boy, it kind of feels like I've forgotten the last thing that I did here as well. I think I was working, yeah, there we go, the winter cabin. That was the last video that I made. And it was right around when I was badly sick and I could barely finish it, both the video and the winter cabin itself. But now, gamers, the winter cabin is officially finished. And I am going to give you the full tour. You know, hopefully before spring comes, because it doesn't really make sense to be showing you a winter cabin if it's already spring. But as I did mention in the last 2 videos, I actually want this to be a theme that I have going around here. So, you know, the big pumpkin, let me just put on my helmet so I don't take that much damage. But yes, the big scary pumpkin represents the autumn biome. And let's actually go through it. You know, we enter from the mouth over here, and then we go in, we say hello to the pumpkin man that lives inside. Hi there, buddy, how you doing? Oh, look, he's going upstairs, and no, he isn't anymore, he changed his mind. Alright, buddy, you enjoy. And then, of course, we pop into the winter biome. And of course, over here, we're gonna have a build that represents the spring biome. And lastly, something that makes the most amount of sense. Right at the beach, we're gonna have the summer biome. Time for the big tour. So in the last video, I think I showed you that I had mostly completed the exterior side of the winter biome, but I hadn't done any of the interior. But since then, I also did quite a lot to improve the exterior as well. We have this pathway going right into the entrance. And of course, as I already showed you, we can use it to navigate in between the different biomes here. You know, we can visit the pumpkin or we can go back. And yeah, exterior wise, it's just covered in snow. That's the biggest thing about it. We have some trees and some bushes that have survived being buried under layers of snow. And of course, we even have a little frozen pond over here. Isn't that just lovely? And of course, one favorite thing about the build that I have is the icicles that are hanging from various parts of the build. It's so simple, but yet it adds so much to the build somehow. And this is how it looks like from above, if you were wondering. We have a very big chimney, and now it's time to go inside. And bam! Look at all of that. In the middle, we have the fireplace. And obviously, when I completed the build, there was still the Christmas theme going around. So these chests were actually gifts, not just any basic chest. You have this couch, these armchairs, and the table in between. And of course, this is supposed to be a cookie, which it is. And this is supposed to be milk. You know, a glass of milk and a cookie for Santa Claus. Because again, it was Christmas when I was building this. And speaking of Christmas, I decorated it to be exactly this, in a Christmas theme. So of course, here to the left, we have a Christmas tree, or at least something that resembles a Christmas tree. Yeah, I kind of ran out of space, so this is gonna have to do. But yeah, this is a Christmas tree, it's decorated, and these are some gifts that Santa has left for us. And in the diagonal part of the winter cabin, which was both extremely hard to build and extremely hard to decorate because I'm not used to building diagonally. We have some shelves for decoration, we have this jukebox here that we can play some music in, and this big table in the middle with some food on it. We have all these chairs, you can invite all of your friends over and sit here and enjoy a nice Christmas dinner, even though it's no longer Christmas. You're gonna have to wait roughly 1 year for this to make sense. And then we have the wonderful kitchen area, which I tried my best detailing, but I gotta say, I don't really like the way it turned out. It's just diagonal building. I'm not good at it, but I think it's okay. We have 2 fridges because I don't even know why. We have 1 sink, and that's about it. Let's move on to the second floor, which you can actually see from over here where the fireplace is located. And I think the first and maybe only thing you can really see when you look up to the second floor is the wonderful chandelier, which you're now going to see better when we go to the second floor. So bada bim, bada bam, there we go. So this is the area right above the entrance. So we have a desk here and also a desk on that side and some shelves over here. We also have 2 armchairs on either side with a table. So you can take out a book like this and sit down and read. Very nice. And this is the chandelier. And over here on this side, we also have an aquarium with some fish swimming inside. Look at that. And then this very weird entrance to a room is the master bedroom. Look at that. And you know, because it's diagonal, we continue the theme of diagonality. So we have a big diagonal bed. And of course, following the diagonal shape, we have a diagonal TV. Oh boy, this is even more cursed. And yeah, it's just something to fill the empty void that this room used to be. And another favorite part that I have about this build is over here. We have a balcony and it curves all around the winter cabin like so and leads into a table on the outside. So, you know, you can have people sitting outside here on this table and they can also watch you sleep on the diagonal bed. Yeah. And it's nice because you have pretty much an almost 360 view of Cringeland, or at least what you can see from Cringeland. Like, for example, over here, you can see the statue of CringyNick. That's me. You can, for the time being, see the cat house, but that's actually gonna change in this episode. And you know, you may be watching the tour of the winter cabin and thinking to yourself, okay, Nick, good for you. The winter cabin has all of that. But what about a toilet? Right over here, beneath the stairs, you have these 2 doors, and bam, that's a jump scare. Look at that. That's a wither skeleton waiting for you over there. Oh my god. Yeah, I had an extra wither skull head, and I never used it. And I'm not gonna be fighting any withers, probably ever, in this world, so I just decided to put it here, because why not? But yeah, going downstairs, you have all of this. Look at that. You got a toilet, you can flush the water. Whoops, that's not a feature, that's a bug. Ignore that. Yeah, flushable toilet. You have a toilet paper roll, you have a plunger, you have a bathtub. Look at that, it's quite deep as well. If you crouch, you're practically underwater. You have an imaginary shower head over here for the sake of roleplay. You have a sink, some toiletries, a soap, a towel, and a mirror. That's it. That's pretty much everything about the winter cabin. And wait, I want to see if I have actually updated the map of Cringeland that we have over here. No, I have not. So you and I are gonna do that together. And bam! This is how the winter cabin looks from above. And still, we have so much void to fill over here. But luckily, that's exactly what we're going to be doing in this episode. As a matter of fact, the winter cabin is not the main part of this episode, which you can probably tell by the thumbnail and the name of the video. So while I was giving you the tour of the winter cabin, I said that you currently have a view of the cat house, but that's gonna change because, gamers, it is time that I finally give a home to these fellas over here. You know, a couple episodes ago, I decided to go and collect every single dog variant in the game. And these guys have been just sitting here for, well, a really long time. I also collected all of the cat variants, and immediately after that, I built these guys the perfect home. Look at that. And just in case you forgot, let me remind you, this is how it looks like. And you know, we have different cats over here, like Gustavo, Fermented Spider Eye. Of course, we even have Ryan Gosling. Hello, Ryan. How you doing? So yeah, we have the wonderful cat house, but we are missing a dog house. Or are we? This is the dog house that I built pretty early on in the world, but that was intended for a wolf army, you know, not so much as all of the dog variants, because inside of here we just have the regular pale wolf. Because when I built this and when I collected wolves, this was still the only wolf variant in the game. But yeah, we technically have a dog house right over here, and we even have a dog hat to symbolize that. But now I want to build a different dog house. You know, we have all of these variants right now, and they are each located located in a different biome of the game. Right over here, in front of the cat house, I'm gonna build a new type of dog house. A type of dog house that has a different room with a different theme that's going to fit each and every single one of these dogs' theme. And at some point, I'm gonna have to make something for these fellas over here because so far they've just been standing tied to a lamp. Don't worry, I have not forgotten you. But now, gamers, it's time to build a dog house for these adorable puppers over here. Yes, yes, yes! And bada-bim, bada-bam. Look at that magnificent structure. I think that right off the bat you can tell that it shares the exact same design language as the already existing previous doghouse. Like, for example, look at the pillars, you know, they're sticking out one block forward compared to the walls of the house. However, just changing the colors and the roof shape and the details around the doghouse, we end up with a completely different looking house. Here we are at the previous doghouse, and here we are at the new doghouse. I think we absolutely nailed it. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I wasn't really going for something super grand, even though I might regret it. We might actually add in some more details. As you can see, it's very empty around it, and my thinking is we have the cat house here and it doesn't really have any area outside of it, but that's because cats are, well, cats. They just need their cat tree, they need something to break every now and then, they need someone to annoy, and that's about it. Like, they're happy. But the dogs need a lot of space to walk. So that's exactly what I gave them. We're gonna fill this with different, I guess, dog-themed tiny structures, and I guess a playground for them that, you know, for the sake of role play, they can go out and hang around. Yeah? Okay, enough about that. I'm yapping too much. Let's go inside. So, here we have 9 dog variants. Every single dog variant in the game. Yes, yes, yes. And obviously inside we built 9 rooms. And we're gonna assign a room for each and every dog variant. And it's gonna have its own special theme on the inside. So we have 6 of them on the first floor, and then on the second floor we have 3 of them. But this is where the part about regret comes in, actually. So me deciding to make the doghouse not that big cost me in space for the rooms for the dogs. So especially on the first floor, as you can tell, this is very cramped. Some dogs are actually gonna have bigger rooms than others. So gamers, let's continue building the magnificent doghouse. Yes, yes, yes. And from this building time lapse here, you can see that what I'm going for is to just perfectly capture, or at least partially imitate, the biome from which all of the dogs come from. Sort of like a mini terrarium. So let's just take a quick stroll through the outside of the house, because you can see that there's a couple trees that have popped up, we have some grass, we have a little pond here, and I did try just adding in a couple bits here and there. It's still pretty much unfinished, but I currently have 0 ideas on what exactly to put outside. I did, however, manage to make it feel more alive. You know, we have a little table here that we can sit in front of with our dogs. And here on the left side, we actually actually have some training grounds for the puppers. Look at that. Behind here, we have, well, I guess you could say this is like various dog parkour that I just added in. We have some more sitting places, and this little bit here, I don't even know what that is. I just Googled pictures of a dog training park, and yeah, I just recreated what I saw. And now it's time to move into the inside of the dog house. And let me just show you, so the cat house is called the perfect home. A nice little cat bun. I decided to follow that theme for the dog house as well. This is the pouty house. Yeah. Alright, so when we enter inside, we are greeted by this amazing carpet and just some random bits here and there to not make it look empty. And of course, we have all of the rooms that are finished. Just look at that. Oh my god, I love it so much. And look, they're all laying on their beds. Oh my god, it's so adorable. Now, in between making this video, I actually uploaded a short where I'm asking you, my subscribers, to give me name suggestions for dogs. And boy oh boy, you had very nice suggestions, and I chose my favorite ones. Now I'm going to introduce you to each and every dog. So this here is the taiga biome. And inside we have Jamie, the pale wolf, who just fell asleep. Oh my god, this is the cutest thing ever. Next up we have the snowy taiga, and this is the ashen wolf that's called Doggo. The name Doggo is both not original and original at the same time. I don't know how that works. It's just extremely funny to me, just calling a dog Doggo. It's just, I love it. I love you, Doggo. Moving on to the wooded badlands, we have the striped wolf, and he is called Otto. Hello, Otto. Are you enjoying your tiny little house that I built here for you? And he fits here perfectly. Just look at that. Oh my god, I'm so in love with this. Going to the forest biome, we have Peanut, the woods wolf. Hello, Peanut. And in the sparse jungle, we have Luna, the rusty wolf. And oh my god, look at who has left that comment. Yep, that's me. I kinda cheated at my own game here, but let me tell you why. This is Luna, but I also have a dog in real life called Luna. Here's a picture of her. She's a good doggo. So as I was recording this and as I was choosing names for dogs, I thought to myself, wait a minute, but I have a dog in real life. Why don't you just use my real dog's name in the game? And I think the rusty wolf is the perfect candidate for that. And one thing that I actually forgot to mention is that every single wolf has these barrels over here that are full with food and one custom-made armor and a lead, so that whenever I want to take one of these puppers for a walk, I can just put their armor on and not worry about them taking any damage, and take the lead and just, well, lead them wherever I go. And we have a lot of food that the kind cows that live underneath the original doghouse have provided for us. Hello, fellas. How you doing? Oh, I think an Enderman's been here. Okay, but yeah, look at this. This is where we got all the food from. Thank you for your service, my fellow cows. Okay, back to the tour and back to the wolf names. In the old growth pine biome, we have Coco, the black wolf. Look at him, he's adorable. Oh my god, every single wolf is just amazing in this game. And I think that the name Coco actually really suits the black wolf. It's also a very lovely name, by the way. And right next to Coco, in the old growth spruce biome, we have Chester, the chestnut wolf, named after a pet hamster. I love it. And in the snowy groves biome, we have Cosmo, the snowy wolf. Hello, Cosmo. Aren't you looking at me? Are you looking at the wall over here? What do we have here? I'm not seeing anything, Cosmo. Are you okay? Oh, and now he's laying down on the bed. Okay, looks like Cosmo is just not in the mood for it, so we're just gonna let him rest. And finally, in the Savannah Plateau, we have Arthur Morgan, the spotted wolf. Hello, Arthur. What's up? So now, unfortunately, you're gonna see that this is all covered in moss, and I could not break the blocks underneath because they would directly interfere interfere with the rooms here on the side, so I just had to make do with some moss and carpet like this. But we still managed to fit an acacia tree, you know, which can be found in the Savannah Plateau. We also gave Arthur a painting here, and most importantly, we gave Arthur a campfire, because this is Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption 2. I just absolutely love that. And here you have it, gamers. Each and every pupper with a name and with their own themed build. I am absolutely certain that all of them feel right at home. And I'm just gonna come out and say it. This is one of my favorite builds in my world. I enjoyed every single minute building this. Now we only have one final bit left to do, and we can officially say that the doghouse is ready. Can you guess what it is? A bone, of course, and not just one bone, but as a matter of fact, two bones on either side of the roof. Oh my god, I'm just amazed by how amazing it actually looks. Perfection. And gamers, look at that. The doghouse for every single dog variant in the game is now officially finished. And I cannot wait to make use of it in future episodes where I can just pop in and choose one of these puppers, put some armor on it like so, and take it out for a walk. Oh my god, look at how cute he looks like that. So, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please consider liking and subscribing. It will help me out a ton. And of course, gamers, I haven't said this in a while, but you should remember to always be nice.